My name is David Gardner, and this slideshow I think will be hopefully a little bit of a hands-on experience. We're going to be going over some custom fields and going through the process of creating your own on-the-fly letter and then putting it into the system for use. So if everybody could, if you're able to at least, open up Word and your TOPS 1, and then we can kind of follow along. And the advantage of this process is you're going to be creating your own personalized letter that looks professional, and you'll be able to send out a letter quickly with this professional look, both to your email and to your print owners. So again, if everybody could, if you can, open up your Microsoft Word and your TOPS 1. For me, the best way to learn is following along. I feel like it does build that muscle memory, and it helps me remember a little bit better. And if you can't keep up with me, because we're going to try to keep this as short as possible, don't worry, it will be recorded and you can watch the recording later. All right. So where we're going to get started with this is we're first going to create our custom fields. And what a custom field is short term. It's you're becoming your own webmaster. There's something that you don't see on this page that you would like to see. So we are going to add it. And in this case, it's going to be the on-the-fly letter custom field. So hopefully everybody has their TOPS 1 open. We're going to go to our admin section. And forgive me if everything is a little bit laggy. My internet here is not the best, but we'll get through it. So from your admin screen, if you scroll all the way down, I think I passed it actually, you'll find your custom field categories. We can hit this view all button here. And I have a lot of custom fields in mind just for testing purposes. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of our custom fields. And then we're going to add in a main body field, which just means it's going to be where we place it here. It's going to be on the middle of the page on wherever we place it, which is going to be the community page or profile page. Category name, I'm going to name it David's on the fly letter. From here, there's a little gearbox. The category settings, we're going to click on the gearbox. I'm also going to name the category the same thing. Make sure that category is enabled. The availability, I want to put this on the community profile page because that's the easiest place to find it, and it makes the most sense on the community profile page. The communities I want this active for is not all of them. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my one community, SpongeBob Bikini Bottom. And this essentially means it's only going to show up on my community and nobody else's. Oops, I accidentally hit the OK button. From here, the roles that are able to see this custom field, it can be everybody or just certain roles. I'm just going to do the administrator so nobody else has to worry about it. And after that, I'm going to save this field or this category just so our initial settings are saved. And then I'm going to go back in to the edit pencil to fill in our field. So from here, hit the add field. I'm going to name this message body. And I want this to be a multi-line text. This is going to allow us to return each line so we can have multiple lines instead of just one straight line. Hit the save button. And that's it. Now, if we go to the community profile page, we should have this new field that we have entered in. So now that we have this here, we can create our template, because in conjunction with this field that we created, a custom merge code was created for this message body. So from here, I'm going to open up our Microsoft Word, and hopefully everybody has theirs open as well. And now we're going to get started on just making this look as professional as possible without taking up too much of your time. So the first thing I'm going to add in is going to be my picture, my company logo. If you have one, you don't need one. But really, this is where you will be making the letter your own and how you want it to look and feel. For me, I'm just going to put the TOPS One logo just right up here in the upper left-hand corner. So to do that, I'm going to hit the Insert tab in my Microsoft Word. I'm going to open up a text box because I want to be able to move this picture around wherever I want. So I don't want to be limited to the line of the text. And to do that, I'm going to hit this little layout options button. I'm going to float this in front of text. And I'm also going to fix the position on the page. I always keep these lines in here so I kind of have an idea of where the box is, because once you remove these lines, they disappear. And if you're not clicked on it, you won't see it. So now I'm going to be adding in my picture, which I have ready. You probably don't, but if you did, you can do this later or follow the video later. So all I did was take the photo file and drag it into that text box. And that will kind of center where you need it to be. So once that's done, you can resize the box, you can resize the image. And we're going to move on to the next step, which I'm going to add a nice little line. I feel like I'm that painter. I'm adding in happy little trees everywhere. So from here, we're going to insert again, add another text box. And we're going to make that straight across because I want to get like a nice little underline. And I'm just using Shift and the underscore key to make a nice little line going all the way across. Make this box as small as possible. Actually, I'm going to, instead of the underscore, oh, no, that works. Now, once you start putting the stuff in, you can get rid of these text box outlines. If you click on the text box itself here, and then right click, there's this outline option that you can click on, and then you can choose no outline. You just have to check that box, and that'll get rid of that line. So same thing with this line. I'm going to get rid of the outline, and now we're just going to have that floating little line. And this part I'm just going to kind of speed through because it's the same process. Essentially what we're going to do is create another text box for the property manager, manager email. There we go. So you can put the property name, property manager name up here. You can put property manager email, manager home. You can change the font size. And all of these are going to be text boxes. This portion here is the only part that we're not really going to be using a text box. It's for the main body. Don't forget to fix your your position of your text boxes. This one should be, yeah. So I'm just going to enter down to get the cursor where I want it. And I'm actually going to type in deer, and then I want to insert the owner name. So to insert the owner name, if we go back to our home button, our home tab, hopefully everybody has the merge code manager. I'm going to open this up, and I'm actually going to sign in this time. Instead of skipping, sign in so you can get that custom merge code that we created. And it's the same credentials you use to log into your TOPS1 account. Same thing. So now that we're here, I'm going to go to letter. We're going to add in that owner. Just the first name, I think, will be needed. Make sure your cursor is where you want this merge code to go. That went in backwards for some reason. Put a comma in, and here's where we're going to place the message body. When you're searching for your custom field codes, I find it a lot easier. There's this new option, custom field codes, that you would click on. This first part, the community, this is where the custom field is located. So we put it on the community profile page. So we're going to be on these first ones here, and then we want to look for message body because that's what we named our field. I think I passed it. There it is. Put in your message body. And then after that, we can place in the ending or the signature of your letter. And in this case, I'm using the accountant's signature, email, and home phone. After this, just save it. I'm going to save it to my desktop just so I can find it easy. And again, if I'm going too fast, I apologize. This will be available for you to download. So now back to TOPS1, we want to insert this this template into our system, or upload it, I should say. So navigate to your admin section after you save your document. If you scroll all the way down under related links, you're going to find your template library. Click in there. And here's where we can upload our template. So actions, add template. In this case, it's a letter. I'm going to select that file and then upload it. So now that we have this in, we have our letter in, we have our custom field in, everything's ready to go, and now we're ready to send out a on-the-fly letter. So let's just say that water line main broke and we need to send a mass email to everybody real quick, just to inform them. What we would do is we would go to our community profile page. And remember, we put the on-the-fly letter in the middle here. Go to your actions menu, edit community. Scroll down until you find your new custom field. And I have some text ready here. It's just some gibberish. I can find it. I'm just going to paste that in there. And you can expand this down too if you need to see. A lot of people don't know you can do this, but if you need to see more, there's a little grabber button. You can just slide it up and down while you're texting or putting in your text. After that, hit save. Wait for it to save. And now your custom field will look like this with the text that you entered in there. I'm going to test this template since this is the first time that I'm using it. just to make sure there's no broken merge codes or anything like that before I just send it off. A really easy way to test things is just to go into one of your owners. So portfolio owners, I'll test it on SpongeBob. And then go to your actions menu, send message. And here we can actually preview templates. And that's exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to look for that test MP doc right there. And then I'm going to hit preview just to see how it looks. There it goes. Merge codes are working. I pulled in the property manager's information up here. Pulled in everything that we placed perfectly. And there's all that text for that custom field. So that's essentially it. So once you do that, you have it tested, you're good to go. You can now use this template to quickly send out emails, or even if you need to print these, you could print them out and send them out during your mailings, and it still looks professional. It doesn't look like you're just sending out a random email. It's just a great letterhead. It looks nice and professional and easy. All right. So making templates can be fun. I actually do have fun making templates. I know it might not seem like a fun thing to do, but the end result, especially for something that you're really working hard on, it looks good, and you know that that's something that you made, and it makes you a little bit proud. It does for me, it might for you too, depending on the person, I guess. But I have a really good time making them. All right. I'd also like to take the time to show you some templates that you can download from the template marketplace or the knowledge article base area. So if we go back to our tops one, because there's some really good examples in there. I think Maria set up most of these, if not all of them. Hit your support tool while you're in tops one. Just type in templates. I think that should do it. Let's see. Yep. So templates overview. I'm going to go ahead and pop this this article out into a new tab just by clicking on this little pop out button. And let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is good. Scroll down once you're here, and there'll be this little URL that says download templates in the marketplace. Go ahead and click on that. And here you'll have a bunch of pre-made letters that you can use. Let's see. We'll just do collection letters here, like late letters. So if I click on this, it'll bring us to the letter template screen, but there will also be some examples that you can download. For instance, first notice. So I'm going to click on here, which will download. So here's this example, and these are good to use. Of course, if you need to make any edits, you can make any edits that you need to, add anything in, add any merge codes that you need, and then upload it straight into tops one. These are free to use for anybody. So let's go back to, scroll down a little bit here. Here's a second notice. Click on that. Same thing, it'll download. And there it is here. So yeah, so if you need ideas, head on over to that marketplace, and depending on what you need, just work through them, see the examples, and if you want something, download it, keep it, edit it, do whatever you need with it, and then upload it, and you'll be good.